Success isn't about luck. It's built through intentional action and the habits that you commit to daily. In this video, we're diving deep into the 5 core factors that create a lasting success: purpose, discipline, resilience, learning and adapting, and strong relationships. These aren't just traits, they're tools that keep you grounded, focused, and pushing forward even when life gets tough. When combined with a mindset of consistent personal development, they help you stay locked in on your goals and align your actions with your vision and evolve you into the person that you need to become for success. Whether you're starting your journey or realigning your focus, this is the blueprint to build you from the inside out. Clarifying your purpose. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you figure out why. Finding your purpose in life is a journey that will define your personality and help you function on a day-to-day basis. Once your purpose is found, you'll begin to hone in on the remaining areas that are outlined. Right, when I found my purpose, I knew that I wanted to foster meaningful relationships with every person that I came in contact with. This helped drive me and take the actions that I needed to take to make sure that I'm staying on the path of not only growth, but growth through my content creation, right? I create content to foster meaningful relationships with each and every single one of you and to document my journey of personal growth. I want you guys to see what personal growth looks like and how you can reenact that personal growth within yourself, right? I want to become the best mentor for every individual that I speak to or that comes across my personality. I live every single day to educate myself and move forward towards that purpose of helping people reach their max potential through personal growth. This clarity has given me the focus and helped me eliminate the things in my lives that aren't getting me towards that goal, right? I spend each day taking daily actions and habit stacking to ensure that I'm doing everything that I can to be on the best path for not only myself, but for you guys watching my content. One way to find your own purpose in life is to just do some daily journaling for 10 to 15 minutes each day. Once you do this, you'll start to begin to realize all your journaling is centered around one common theme, right? You want to make sure that you write down one action that you want to take and then the 3 reasons why, right? This will help you kind of figure out what your purpose in life, because they'll all be centered around that one thing, your purpose. You will find after doing this several times that your purpose in life is centered around that one thing. My calling will center around finding and fostering those meaningful relationships, like I said earlier. Once you find that purpose, you want to spend 5 to 10 minutes every day visualizing that success into something that's going to become better, right? Once you start visualizing that success, you'll begin to think of actions and things that will take place to help you get towards that goal. And every week you want to make sure you do an alignment check, right? You want to make sure that you understand where you can make better decisions, right? Once you do that alignment check, it'll kind of give you an outline of how you perform that week and what you need to do to improve, and multiple areas that we'll go through. You'll do an alignment check for each and every single one of those, right? So next we're going to talk about resilience. Rejection is not failure. It's proof that you had the courage to try, right? Rejection is not the opposite of success. It is the price you pay to become a better version of yourself. The capacity to continue growing after failure is resilience. Throughout life, everybody fails in multiple circumstances, right? It's not how you fail, it's how you react to that failure, right? Failing is not falling. Failure is when you don't get up, right? Take each failure that you have and analyze it to see where it broke down within the process. Failure strengthens emotional intelligence and mental toughness. You want to analyze each situation and be like, all right, I failed here. This is the knowledge that I need to build even further. And as you start building these small knowledge blocks through failure, you'll begin to have the whole blueprint of how to continue growing and continue succeeding within yourself, and then provide that to those around you, right? You want to make sure that you're not only being successful, but the people around you are being successful. Failure also helps build self-belief, because after you dust yourself off and get back up, you know exactly what needs to be done differently to succeed, right? And this goes back to what I said earlier about a weekly check-in. You want to make sure that building resilience, it's helpful when you do a weekly check-in of understanding what your barriers are for the week and understanding where you can improve, right? If one area of your life is failing, right? If you feel like you didn't have a meaningful conversation with your wife, you can sit down and kind of jot down what needs to be done differently to better communicate or to better listen, right? That's an important aspect of communication within a relationship, is listening to your partner and understanding what they're going through, right? Respect is not agreeing. Respect is the understanding of knowing what your partner is going through and then supporting them in any way possible. Success in life is not for those who never fail, but for those who keep adapting every time they fall, right? Knowledge is power that every individual can attain in any situation. We dove into this in our last video about the importance of daily education, right? If you can think better and process things faster than the individual next to you, your success will be monumental and push you forward in many ways that you never could imagine. You want to live every day of your life in a way that will enhance your problem solving capabilities, right? Fear is centered around the unknown. Once you take the unknown and you read and you educate yourself about it, it will no longer become fear, because you're going to start putting that education into practice and understanding that through the knowledge that I have will kind of make my actions align with those long-term goals. I spend at least an hour a day researching, reading, writing, understanding my area of expertise and what I want to be in. That way I can continue to grow further and become a more educated individual in the field of not only personal growth, but content creation. Everything that I do is structured around personal growth and content creation. There are multiple different learning styles, right? There's not only reading a book, there's not only listening to a podcast. There's so many different avenues for an individual to get that education. The blueprint for success is already out there, not only with this video, but other videos on YouTube, through other podcasts, through other books that can be read. And you want to spend that time understanding what's in another person's mind, right? Books aren't just words on a page, it's the key into someone's mind. And once you understand what they went through and the experiences that they had, you'll understand how they failed and what they did in turn because of that failure. And then you'll have an even better understanding of how you can improve what not to do. And then when you do fail, you'll have the blueprint of what they did to respond. You want to make sure that you're reading and consuming purposeful content that challenges your current beliefs, right? Just because you know something about A doesn't mean you don't need to read about B, C, and D, right? When you read things that are challenging your current beliefs, it not only enhances your mindset, but it might change your view with even more information that you knew before, right? And once you get down this path of daily education, it'll leave you with more questions and answers, and it'll lead to further education. The more I read about self-belief in yourself, the more I read about the 5 factors of success and daily information, there are more questions that I have to continue that path of education. Also, when you do this, it deepens your understanding of what you already know, right? You want to make sure that you either form a whole new opinion or just deepen the information that you already know. You want to become a resource and bring new perspective to each person that you come across. This will lead to more meaningful relationships and build a network of individuals around you who are going to push you towards success, right? And that kind of leads into our last point about strong networking and relationships. Once you have these 4 outline factors above, this last step will come to you when the floodgates being open, right? You will realize that once you have honed in on those 4 things, you will you will have more meaningful conversations. You will meet more important people in your field than you can ever imagine, right? A strong network will not only help hold you accountable in different areas, but it'll help you build a better future for not only yourself but the person holding you accountable, right? It will help bring diverse perspectives and help along the way of continuous learning and adaptability. I have someone at work who I have continuous conversations with. I continue to pick their brain about different things because their mindset is so different from everybody else's. And once you meet somebody like that, they will bring so much information towards you that it'll challenge you to bring information back to them, right? It stimulates emotional intelligence and the understanding of how to process failures, setbacks, and pressures that you feel along the journey, because they'll give you the blueprint of what they went through, right? So not only does a book offer that information, but if you have a meaningful relationship, you get person to person feedback to see what they do, how they do, and how to do it better, right? You see so many different people getting a fitness coach or a life coach, and these people will really help expand your mind and bring you to a whole new understanding of the field that you're in. Through having a strong network, you will see faster growth because that network will provide you with a different set of skills and bring to the table and provide feedback through the experiences that they have gone through in life. It's just exceptional, the information that I'm gathering from these different people, these different podcasts, and these different books to help continue me on that personal growth journey. Make sure that you take each one of these 5 factors of success and put those into practice each and every single day to continue your growth path, right? Thank you for listening to the Harris Room, episode 9, 10, 11. We've been grinding out the content. We've been studying every day. We've been scripting every day. We've been journaling every day. And we're going to continue to push through, provide content for you guys, and continue to document our journey of personal growth so each and every single one of you can grow with me and we can grow together. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.